this is all an explanation of what I do, and then hopefully you guys can help me with what I need to do. Okay, so I like to shoot a little test out to my project to see if I can get it to talk back to me before I get into too much trouble. So it looks like it's going to talk to me, so I'm going to end this session. I'm going to open a new one, and this time I'm going to add my IP address. This is the nice simple IP address that's in my little home network, but I'm going to go down to SSH, some secure shell, and use some tunneling. I'm going to use the 5902 port. That's just how I have it set up with my my VNC server. So I'm going to attach that port to my IP address and add it. So it looks good. Now I'm going to go back up to my session and get going here. Okay, so now I'm going to try to establish a login with my Raspberry Pi. Looks like that went good. So I'm going to start up my Type VNC server. This is pre-installed. So my home screen is running on 1, so I'm going to take it over with a virtual network connection on 2. So I'm going to say VNC server. I'm going to put it on 2. I'm going to set the layout to be full as it gets there. Yeah. And then the color depth, this just seems to work, and so I use 24. Looks like everything's running good here. Okay, so I'm going to try to take it over with the actual VNC software that I have installed on my computer. And once again, I'm using this localhost 5902. Let's see if it lets us connect. Looks like it's gonna. Yeah, so I've got a password set up and I installed all this stuff. There we go. And we have control over the Raspberry Pi desktop. So I'm going to kind of set this up real quick, because I also want to kind of start up on the Raspberry Pi my some software I have on the Raspberry Pi Motion. It's going to let me use my cheap webcam, old school Logitech that sits on top of a monitor with pretty little delay. So it's only, Jesus, less than a second delay. So anyway, so I'm going to start up, let's see if I got that old command here. Yeah, there you go. So service motion start on the software Motion. I like to, not sure why, start it and stop it, and let it think about that for a second, and then start it again. Not sure why, everything just seems to work better when I give it a second try. Okay, so I'm going to open up a browser now if I can. IP address, and then I'm going to use the 8081 port to see if we can see what the Pi is seeing right now. Yeah, okay. So there it is. There's my hallway. I'm in a different room right now. Okay, so I'm going to load up a sketch that I've been goofing around with. It's not spectacular right now. I only have about an hour into it. But I haven't made my methods or anything for all the movements of the robot, and I'm going to be replacing these large chunks of ugly code with chunks of code, I guess. Okay, just about there. Yep, there we go. It's all done. Now I'm going to have my serial monitor open over here, and this is what I'm actually going to feed the commands into for the robot itself. So now I can start to show you the actual robot. Here it is. It's out in the hallway. There's my cat. She's interested in what we're doing. I really am going to change the angle of this camera, and actually the height I think is going to be the most benefit. But here you can see this thing kind of in action. Yeah. Anyway, so I might want to get it out of the way so that we can kind of drive around. Oops, ran backwards. We've got my cat's attention now. Let's see here. She seems interested. Let's get her. Let's back it up and give her a chance to think about this. Alright. I think she's messed with the wrong robot this time. Okay, well anyway, I was just making this video to show you guys how I'm kind of doing business at this